When Ramel's art came into the group, I kind of like, whoa, this is different. This is pretty special. I think I made his art the picture of the month at like 3 times within 6 months, and I like to share the
Right.
wealth with that. But bro, I just love your art and what you do. So can you tell us to start us out? Tell us, give us a little background about how you got into art, and where you're at.
Uh, I mean, I could always draw. I didn't really start painting until I guess I purchased my first paints in 2007.
Okay.
And basically, I went through a little tragic situation and I was dealing with, depression and anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a young lady who had been diagnosed with cancer, terminal cancer,
Mm.
uh, 4 times. And this was her fourth time she was going through it.
Wow.
She recommended to me painting,
Mm.
to help deal with the stress and anxiety and everything.
Okay.
And it had got so bad, it was debilitating. It got so bad at one point
Mm.
where I thought I was going to have to be admitted because I was, you
Wow.
know, losing touch with reality. And one
Okay.
day, and I was in one of those situations where I was just kind of losing it. And I went to Jerry's Autorama. And I
Jerry's.
remember I had $100 bill in my hand, and I just put the
Mm.
$100 bill down on the table. I
Right.
walked to the side and just grabbed some paints and a little piece of canvas. It probably was only $15, but I dropped down $100 and I got it and I left. You
Okay.
know, got home, I'm crying. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mm.
scared. I'm like, damn, should I call the ambulance?
Wow.
Man, I just started squeezing out colors, and just playing with the paint. And
Okay.
before I know it, man, it was like 4 hours had went by and I was feeling good.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And the short form is, I never looked back.
So I'm glad, you found art, art found you. So you said it just came, we said 2007?
Yeah.
So, and it just took off from there. And
Yeah. Well, it didn't
go ahead.
really take off, but I would say
Okay.
in 2008 is when I really started
Mhm.
doing more paintings. And in 2009, because
Mhm.
of the situation I was going through, I ended up losing a job of 10 years.
Wow. Okay.
And I had a little money saved up, cashed in my little 401k. I
Okay.
said, I'm never going back to work for anybody. And I was like, man, I'm a master this. And, that's what I did.
Cool. So you're a full-time artist, man? You,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for
oh,
probably like, I'm gonna say approximately 6 years now.
that's awesome, man. That is
Yeah.
so cool. One day I'll get there. One day, but so are you in Florida
Yeah, I'm
area?
from Florida. I'm originally from Virginia.
Originally from Virginia. Okay, and so in your area, I wonder, the artists that I talk to, are do you feel your area supports you as an artist, far as through shows? A lot of times artists of colors are expected to do certain things, just portrait work. I do some portrait work, but it's difficult sometimes depending on your area and what's popular. What's going on with you there in Florida, in your area?
Yeah, it does depend on the area. I live in Palm Bay, but
Mhm.
uh, the majority of my opportunities come out of West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach.
I have a
Mhm.
very strong art community there, Black art
Cool.
community,
Mhm.
mixed art community. It's a lot of camaraderie there.
Great.
There's a gentleman there named Anthony Burks Sr.
Okay.
And Anthony Burks and his wife, Trina Burks, they're kind of like pioneers in the arts as far as putting on shows or getting people in to venues that we probably would have never been able to make it into, especially like at the city center and all that stuff.
Cool.
If it wasn't for the Burks, really, I don't know where I would be as an artist because I got here in I think
Mhm.
2012, 2013,
Right.
and he wasn't the first to give me an opportunity, but he was the
Mhm.
one. I guess he would have been the second, who believed in my work, as much as I believed in his.
Okay.
So that's my brother. So yeah, we've done shows together now, man. It was an honor. I mean,
Oh,
we just off of a show. We did a
mhm.
museum show last March.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
Soul Finger Project. That's something I had put together, and I was able to bring in
Mhm.
3 other artists that were like inspirations or mentors of mine.
Okay.
At that particular time, they may not have been. Everybody have their high tides and low tides.
Sure.
So the time whereas, brothers wasn't really showing, and I'm doing my thing, I was like, yo, it's
Mhm.
on to be able to give them an opportunity when they always giving me an opportunity. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
cool.
So now, yeah, man, I just love it, They're my
That's
brothers.
that's great. That's great that you can spread the wealth. And I saw that some work. I looked at your Facebook group. You said Anthony Burke. Anthony
Yeah.
Burke. Yeah. And I saw some of the work, and it was a portrait of you. Is that his painting of you or your painting? It looked like
On
you, and you had like a head piece on. Am I mistaken there?
Yeah, I'm not sure. What was it? A colorful painting?
It was a colorful painting. It looks like you've on a side portrait pose.
Oh,
Um,
what was it like a turban on something like that?
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's Anthony Burke's work.
That's his work. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, that was me. Yeah, yeah, I do
Oh,
remember now.
okay, okay. So he's a talented artist also, along with
Oh
doing.
yeah, the beast, man. He's the man.
Oh, cool. That's cool. It's good to have great associations like that, and when you can help each other, and help bring each other up, help people learn, give them opportunities, and usually what goes around comes around. So that's very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. You want to be around those. You want to where you want to be. You want to get those type of people around you. You know what I mean?
Cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's awesome. So okay, so are you self-taught? Just completely self-taught, or did you do any kind of art school after you got
No,
into it?
no art school at all.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, in 2009 when I lost my job, man, that's all I had to do.
okay. Just paint.
Yeah, yeah, and YouTube, but it's
Okay.
I got to the point where it's like even today, I don't really look at other people's art.
No.
Uh,
Okay.
I hate to be that way sometimes. It's just I don't know, it's just how I am. I just like I don't know I didn't know what you look like until now. I
Okay.
don't go on people's pages. I'll read the
Yeah.
messages, everything, and
Right.
now if they reach out to me because I'm very generous with how if someone asks me how I do something, I'll tell them
Mm.
how it's no secrets.
Okay.
I tell them how I do it. If they ask, how
Hmm.
do I prices, or if they ask anything to deal with art, I give
Hmm.
it because when I started out, I can't tell you how many artists I reached out to. I mean,
Hmm.
I literally say, man, hundreds. I reached out to for advice,
Hmm.
especially when I'm coming to Florida, and maybe I'm gonna say I could think of maybe two that responded, and I don't
Wow.
want the other artists to go through what I went through, and they
Okay.
also helped me, because I had to learn the business on my own. I didn't have a
Okay.
lot of money after a while because I ended up going through a lot of money. I
Hmm.
learned shortcuts of how to, whether it's canvas or using different material to create my work.
Right.
So
Masonite. I know she paint on Masonite also. Okay.
Masonite, aluminum, polyurethane,
Wow.
wood, canvas. I know all the places where to get, decent prices for canvas and
Yeah.
everything.
Um, I noticed, your art style to me reminds me of Aboriginal art. Have you ever heard of that? Like Aboriginal dot art? Have you heard
Yeah,
people say that?
Aboriginal Aboriginal art is probably, yeah, it has to be my Aboriginal just indigenous art period is my
Hmm.
biggest influence.
Okay.
You know, now I never considered my work Aboriginal art in regards
Okay.
to the style I do because I don't use the same signs and symbols that they
Hmm.
use. I
Okay.
don't use the type of colors that they use, and as you've
Right.
seen, my colors are all over the place. With respect to Aboriginal art, but I don't
Hmm.
sit there like, yo, this is Aboriginal art because it's nowhere close to
Okay.
that.
Okay. Yeah, and I know there's a lot to that. There's like supposed to be hidden symbolism within that art.
Right.
And okay, cool. So you're
Pull
doing
from,
your thing.
pull from a lot of different cultures. And a lot of that come from my journey of discovering
Mhm.
and then my wife, she's from the Dominican Republic. you
Okay.
know I'm the youngest. My father's approximately 33 children. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And he was a carpenter. He took his life
Mhm.
when I was 6 years old.
Oh wow.
I didn't know a lot about him, and as I was learning about him, I started to learn about my mother's. I knew my mother was light skinned, but I didn't know of her other her ethnic roots. So
Cultural,
as
ethnic background.
about his, learning about hers,
Hmm.
embracing the African, side as well.
Okay.
Uh, I just started to learn about a lot of different cultures, and we all have so many things in common.
What's next for Ramel Jasir? Is there some shows coming up, some events, anything on the
Yeah,
horizon you want people to know about?
yeah. This year, what I decided to do. I decided to only do 2 or 3 shows this year. I have a museum show in North Carolina that's coming up in May,
Okay.
and that one is we're still waiting on the announcement for that one, but it's a definite. That one is going to be at what is it called? Uptown, the Uptown Mint Museum. That's in
Okay.
Charlotte, Carolina
Hmm.
uh, City. I have another one that's going to be at another gallery in Charlotte as well. That one is in July. Now that's another one where it's like I utilize my resources. Put it like this: I was given an opportunity to do a solo show, just
Okay.
like I did last year, called the Soul Finger Project. It
Right.
was supposed to be my solo show, but I brought people in.
Oh,
So
cool.
what happened with the Soul Finger Project? I had women hit me up. I was like, why is no women in there? So
Hmm.
this time, when I was given an opportunity to do a solo show, I
Hmm.
invited the other women to be in the show this time.
Oh,
So
cool.
that one is going to be called a Voice in Color. That's going to be in Charlotte.
That's
And
awesome.
oh my gosh, I always get the name mixed up. I think it's Gallery 11819 Studio Gallery.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I got it all mixed up.
It's all good. You're gonna be on social media. With
Joanne Ryan, look her up on Facebook. You'll be able to get the correct name. But yeah, it's going to be there. They have an amazing gallery. The community in Charlotte is incredible.
Really?
I love it. It's huge. It's huge, man.
Oh, that's cool. That is super
Yeah.
cool.
So
Okay,
that's my family outside of Florida.
that's your family, huh?
Yeah.
That cool.
So I have those 2 shows. I'm entertaining the thought of another one. But other than that,
Hmm.
I've really been, exploring doing voiceovers.
Oh, okay.
With some of my art. I actually posted my first one yesterday. I'm working on another one tonight.
Hmm.
So just trying to get a little bit more creative with my work
Okay.
and hopefully helping other people get opportunities that I didn't get. And
Okay.
selling art, man. You know?
That's dope, man. That's really cool. And it's cool to spread the wealth like that. You have opportunities. Like I said, I think it always comes back around. I've tried to do that myself. Sometimes because I have family going, why are you, hey, why are you, you should just run with that opportunity yourself. And I was like, hey, just open it up, because if someone sees a piece of art and they're moved by another artist that I brought in and moved by their art and they purchase their art, that's cool. You know,
Yeah,
yeah, it's good.
I always share I share the love. I don't, like how can I say, I guess conceal my collectors, so to speak. If it's some art that I like, I'll
Okay.
if it's some art that I think one of my collectors may benefit from, I'll send it to them directly.
Oh,
You know,
cool.
so we can all eat, man, if we work together.
That's a
We can all.
bet. That's really cool, man. And everybody doesn't operate that way. So that's cool stuff, bro. That's
Yeah,
cool. Hopefully there'll be more of that, between artists, artists in the group. That's a great message. Well, bro,
yeah,
we'll be looking out for that. In your posts and stuff like that. About these shows. I'll be staying up with your art, like the members of the group. Hopefully they will be, now that they're introduced to you. I know they've seen your art, man, because it's dope. So hey, thank
yeah.
you for joining us, man. And I'm wishing you much success with your art, your family. I see your beautiful family online all the time,
Appreciate
and
it.
in your artistic endeavors, bro. Appreciate you
Uh,
spending time with us.
all right, man. But thank you, and much success to you and your family as well.
Okay, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care, man.
All right,
All
all
right,
right,
now,
peace.
peace.